Also, if you guys are wondering what I'm wearing on my cheeks, it's the Swiitchbeauty Glowgasm palette. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So I am finally sitting down to film a review of the Swiitchbeauty Top Notch palette. Now it comes in a box like this with like silver writing on the front saying top notch, and then it says, "Hey babe, I'm cruelty free," and top notch here as well. And then on the back, it's upside down. On the back it has an ingredients list and it says, "Do you smoke? Only my eyes, babe." So yeah, it's a really nice box. It comes in bubble wrap as well. And then on the front it has an S and it says top notch with a hashtag. You guys clearly can see I've been using it. At the back it says 35 intensely pigmented, buttery, smooth, cool toned eyeshadows. Taupe is a go-to color for a universally flattering neutral tone, and this palette offers every variety from cooler grays to cool colors that lean towards plum. It has a mix of matte and shimmer finishes in easy complementary shades, and yeah, they just want you to share the looks that you create on Instagram with them. Let's have a look at the inside of this palette though. This is the palette here. Da da da. As you guys can see, beautiful colors, beautiful shimmery shades. It is everything. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes in this palette, and the rest of the shades are shimmery shades. So without any further ado, let's get into swatching these babies. So this is the first row of shades, consisting of one matte, a taupey color, and a few bronzy shades as well. Next, moving on to the second row of shades, again there is one matte shade, a few bronzy shades, some golden shades, another bronzy shade, and this really pretty like olivey bronze shade. The third row of shades are all shimmer shades. The first 3 shades are tones of purple, which is really pretty. The fourth shade is like a coppery shade. Then there's a really pretty nice shimmer shade. And then the last 2 shades are kind of like bronzy shimmer shades. A lot less intense as the other bronze shades. Next is the fourth row of shades. There's a really pretty like rosy shade here, some bronze shades, golden, and this shade right here is like a olivey toned shimmery shade. So a lot of bronzies and cool toned shimmer shades in this row. Oh no, you guys, I just have to show this to you guys. I literally rubbed my finger in here, and I'm not being harsh with these eyeshadows, and it literally crumbled. Oh my god, that's how soft these eyeshadows are. Like, I'm gonna have to repress this because I've never had this happen to me before. It just crumbled. So this is the last row. There are 4 matte shades. So this is a matte shade, this one, and this one. And there's some really nice darker bronzes and this really pretty light taupey shade. As you guys can see, super pigmented. These 2 are the creamiest in the palette. This one is very creamy, as you guys just saw. Okay, so that was really crazy because I'm by no means being harsh with this palette. But all I did was I took the back of a lip balm and I just pressed it down. So let's hope it holds. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to put some alcohol and like repress it. But I'm a little shook. I am. So let's hop into the demo. Now, if you guys watched my first impressions video, which I will leave up in the cards, you guys will know that I used these 2 shades. So I want to do something different and use the other transition shades. So let's see if we can create a nice dark smoky eye. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go in with is this light transition shade right here. And I'm just going to start dusting this into my crease. Also taking this transition shade on my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to go in with this darker shade on the bottom row right here. And I'm just going to deepen up the outer corner of my eye and blend this color into my crease. And again, taking this shade on my lower lash line. And then going in with the darkest matte in this palette, this shade right here. And I'm going to pack this on the outer corner. This color is also like super pigmented, and it reminds me of the creaminess of that purple shade that crumbled just now. And also not forgetting to take this shade on the lower lash line. Now I will note that it is taking me a lot quicker to achieve this eye look because the eyeshadows are blending out so seamlessly and so easily. I think the blendability is amazing. It's top notch, just like the palette's name. Okay, now going in with the lid color, I'm gonna stay with something classic and go in with this golden shade right here. And packing this onto my lid. This is super pigmented. And lastly, to highlight my inner tear ducts, I'm going to be taking this shade right here in the third row. Okay, so this is pretty much the look that I came up with. I'm absolutely loving the smoky look these days, and I think that this is such a stunning eye look. It's really basic but so pretty at the same time. Can we talk about it? Now, I just want to talk to you guys about the Top Notch palette before I go into a comparison between this one and the Slays for Days. There are so many shimmery shades. Now, for me personally, I know exactly what kind of look I'm going to go for, because there's really only two looks you can go for with this palette. You can either go for like a burgundy purpley look, like purpley outer corner, burgundy outer corner, or you could go for a more smokier outer corner, like the look I have going on today. But the lid color, you can pretty much have fun with it. What I really appreciate in this palette is the fact that there are a lot of shimmery shades to choose from. So there's gorgeous taupey light shades, so this one's a bit more neutral, this one's a little bit more purpley, there's some purpley shades as well, there's a golden shade, there's olivey shades, these two are like olivey shades, there's coppery, bronzy, literally any color that you want is definitely in this palette. Now, the one thing I am a little fussy about is the fact that there is not a light matte shade in this palette, but you can definitely get around it because I didn't highlight my brow bone today. I just used concealer and I didn't set my brow bone with any matte white highlights, so I think I'm fine with it. I'm not really fussy with that regard. But if you are more fussier than me, then you may want a matte white highlight, which is not in this palette, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It could be a deal breaker for some people, but for me personally, it's not bad. Also, the lightest highlight shade in this palette, I feel like, is this one right here. This is the lightest highlight shade. So if you want something that's really white, you're probably not going to get it in this palette. So let's just compare it to the Slays for Days palette. So this is the Slays for Days palette. This is the Top Notch palette. Now this is what they look like side by side. Now if I have to compare these two, I will say that there are a lot more matte shades in these Slays for Days. There are like 20 matte shades if I'm not mistaken. And the shimmery shades are very limited. So the really intense shimmer shades are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You only have 6 intense shimmery shades, and there's like medium strength shimmery shades, if that makes sense. I mean, when I'm comparing these two, I'm not seeing any similarities. Like even the gold and stuff is different shades of gold. It's different tones of gold. The golds in here, like there's a pure gold in this second row as I'm holding it, this one here. And then one of these golds is actually an olivey gold. So I will say that I don't find any similarities in these two palettes. I think that if you're going to invest in any two palettes to use for summer and winter and are going to be versatile for anything, I think that these two work hand in hand with each other. And obviously any color that this lacks, it's in here. Any color that this palette lacks, it's in here. So yeah, that's basically my opinion on these palettes, and I feel like I also want to have these two sitting side by side when I'm doing my makeup, so I really have a vast range of colors to choose from, and I feel like these are all the colors you need in your life, like for everyday looks. So yeah, overall I really like this palette. I think that there are a lot more intense shimmery shades in this palette right here, and there are, if you don't want to be intense and shimmery, then there are shimmery shades that are shimmery but not overpowering, if that makes sense. So you definitely have a lot to work with in this palette. So yeah, there's a lot to offer in this palette, and there's a lot to work with as well. Is this going to be my holy grail palette? Obviously not, because I am a warm tone eyeshadow girl. But will I be reaching for this in the winter months? Of course I will, and even in autumn. So far I'm obsessed with this palette. I think it's really bomb. I think the colors are amazing. I think that the matte shades are even more creamier than the matte shades in the Slays for Days palette. So that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe. So stay tuned, because I'm hoping to create 3 looks with this one palette and the Slays for Days palette as well. So thank you guys so much for watching once again. Don't forget to slay all day every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!